You see the players starting to jump into the match, so we will get into game number one. Kickoff one, going straight into action. Kakarando going immediately up against AMA 690, and it is going to lead immediately into a counterplay from Donnie Sharko. He's trying to get it out of the orange end fast. Not going to be able to, as Dylan just keeping that ball locked over in front of the orange net, but AMA not going to be able to connect onto it, and that turns into a counterattack that gets so close to the goal. A nice boom downfield from Donnie Sharko leads to a wide open net that just gets cleared away in time by the blue side defenders, and now you're seeing a nice little touch away combined with a demo there onto Kakarando leads to a dangerous situation, but a wide open goal left there in the back line, and a dangerous situation gets turned 180 degrees straight back around, and Chaotic Potential going to strike first. Kakarando stays with that ball the entirety of the game and goes straight down into the net with it to claim that first goal. And now 40 seconds in, it's AMA trying to see if he'll be allowed to sneak one in himself, but Donnie Sharko not going to allow it, playing the goaltender in that scenario. And now Kakarando off the ball, but Donnie up in time to deny a shot, and Kakarando getting one extra touch just to make sure that AMA does not get anything here off of this aggression. And now Kakarando finds himself with an opening towards net, and he gets it just high. It's going to slide over off that top crossbar and roll over to the left corner. It's back to Dylan, and that ball will be touched mid, but stopped immediately. Now Kakarando finds a wide open goal, and AMA, he's dead as well, but Dylan's back in time and denying the shot. AMA expected that ball to be all the way into the net, and he went AFK there. Dylan got that ball away off the left crossbar, and AMA over in that right corner cannot get back over in time as Dylan, the last man there, tries his best to deny the follow-up shot, but just will not be able to do it. And now Kakarando coming to fight back into this. AMA's return comes up to take the hit, and Donnie Sharko just looking to play the ball out of his end. He finds it over on this left wall, and now it's going to try to be hit over off this corner. Kakarando going to be able to receive it, and now deep over into the blue as Donnie needs to come up and try to take a hit, but he just can't find the connection. Kakarando setting up another pass over towards mid, and it's just going to be Donnie following it through and smacking a third goal over the line. It's a 3-0 lead right now as Chaotic Potential off to a strong start here in game number one. Meanwhile, SC Chakra trying to find some way to get themselves back into it. 3 minutes, plenty of time to work with, but they do still need to find that oh-so-crucial first goal. A demo onto AMA leads Dylan to be the only man back to go for that save. He will hit it, and it will deny the fourth goal, but boomed straight back over into the orange. Kakarando wants to play this away. He just gets a little bit of an extra touch into that orange corner, and now he's going up to try to follow. Can't hit the connection, but Dylan not looking to try and steal that ball away. It gets touched once again by Donnie Sharko, and this attack still very much alive from the orange side. It's over to Kakarando. Can't connect. That leaves Donnie to fight this. Gets an initial pass off the ball, but it's going to go straight over into AMA. And now it's just going to be a hammered in shot as Dylan, following that ball, sees it centered up and just tries to hit a fast power shot straight past these two. Kakarando sees what's coming, tries to jump up in time to clear it away, but cannot do it. And the goal lead will slowly start to decrease, the first of 3 found. And now only a 2-goal lead for Chaotic Potential, but another shot gonna bang in straight off Donnie Sharko. He claims a hat trick for himself, and with it, the 3-goal lead back. And the moment that SC Chakra gets a little bit of breathing room, it is immediately won straight back by Chaotic Potential, and they are looking hungry to get back up to that positive scoreline. Kakarando wants to try to get back over, and Dylan over towards this corner now, seeing if he can get an additional touch there off the ceiling. Not going to be able to, and Donnie finds a hit past AMA, but not onto net, and Dylan up in time to clear it away before Kakarando can smack it over the line. 2 minutes left. Donnie trying still just to clear this ball away, not quite going to be able to. And it's going to be Kakarando once again. Just looking to set something up. AMA cuts out that touch, and this ball getting very close to just being a perfect center, and Kakarando goes for a little bit of a risky clear just to hit it over off near that crossbar and see if he can find his way back over towards the blue end. And they will start to, but it's one immediately back over into the orange, and Chaotic Potential having to play back, play a little slowly, and Dylan gonna be caught here on the wall. And for Chaotic Potential, they do not mind just killing time, being nuisances on those cars of the blue side players. They're up by 3. All they need to do now is kill these remaining 67 seconds, and we will be straight in to a 1-game lead for them, but they're still looking just to get a few more on board. Of course, playing on the side of caution, as all they need to do is deny goals, and Kakarando is going to do just that. Lobbing a shot in from the SC Chakra side, just shut down by him floating along that goal. And now it's back over into the blue corner. Donnie Sherko cuts it off immediately, and it's just looking like every single time that SC Chakra tries to get it away, they are denied by Chaotic Potential. Back over into the orange corner. AMA tries to go up to get a pass over off that ball. Can't quite get there in time, and it leads Dylan to try and play this ball away. He can't quite do it. AMA, an accidental backflip, and that will lead to a 5th goal being hammered out of the barrel and over the line to get a 4-goal lead for Chaotic Potential. 5-1 they lead this game, and at this point we are just waiting for game number 2. SC Chakra is definitely going to be looking during that 1-minute break just to take some time, reassess, see what went wrong, and try to deny it here in game 2. But for now, Chaotic Potential lead, and we'll go up 1-0 in the series. A strong showing out of Chaotic Potential to gain a 1-0 lead going into game 2, looking to replicate that success. As for SC Chakra, they definitely are going to be looking to try and throw some sort of change into the works and make sure that that scoreline is at least on their end if they find themselves in it again and they open it up with a fast goal into the net. It seems like the answer to the problems for them is just to try and crank up the aggression. Dylan comes through, steals that ball off an orange sign car, and bumping Kakarando out of the way to deny any sort of save. So 10 seconds in, an early lead for the blue, and now it's Chaotic Potential on the back wheel, and just like that, a 2-goal lead to put them even further behind. Right now, it just seems like the solution that the blue side has found is we're just going to play aggressive off these kickoffs. Hopefully, we can get in front of that ball and hammer it over the line, and so far, it has been successful. 15 seconds. Kakarando finding that ball, and now AMA wanting to try and set something up. Can't quite find the shot onto net. It's going to be a little right of goal, and that's now going to allow another play out of their end and over into the blue. Donnie Sherko looking to see if he can set up some sort of passing play and forces one of the defenders off the ball, goes through to see if he'll be allowed a bump. He doesn't, but Kakarando almost sinking it into his own line. AMA tries to come through and sink it in, but a little too slow, and Donnie going to be able to easily clear that. Kakarando hopping behind as well, and it is just on the edge of their seats that they're able to save that one from going into the net, and Donnie just forcing the issue even more. Dylan goes up to deny the shot, but another lobber heading back towards net. Dylan has to clear it away, and finally they're going to get a little bit of room to breathe, SC Chakra, after that very close goal that just wasn't able to find its way in for them. They find themselves back onto the defense once again, as every single time Chaotic Potential trying to push this issue, and they absolutely need to. They are down by 2. They have to fight back up here, and they do still have 3.5 minutes to work with. A quick back pass to Donnie opens him up, and now Kakarando wants to try and go in and take a shot, but Dylan not going to allow it to float in front of the box. So AMA just to play it back out, but gets it over to Dylan, which turns into just another shot from Donnie back into the end, and Now Donnie's looking to try and center it all up, and Dylan's just playing this back patiently over in goal. And it's going to be curious to see if Chaotic Potential allows him to keep going for this, because right now you can see every time that ball gets close to the blue goal, Dylan is trying just to go back and turtle up into the goal, make sure that he doesn't allow anything over the line. Meanwhile, it's just AMA allowed to go out, take the fights, and try to deny everything. So far it's been working, but if we see a more demo-oriented playstyle try to come out of Chaotic Potential, it is going to be dangerous. Right now, though, it's working well as they deny yet another shot from Kakarando, a back-and-forth fight for ball possession right now. Donnie shutting down yet another shot out of AMA, and they're just looking to deny Dylan, but they can't deny the initial touch. They pinch it out past the two of them, and AMA can't quite get that one off net, finds it on the back wall, centers it up, but Kakarando just left of net. Back over to Donnie, and he's setting it up straight in front of the net, but Dylan, once again, he's just turtling into that net, and he's just going to follow the ball out. And if they don't do anything to punish him, that is just going to continue to deny these shots. We need to see some sort of aggression coming out, some sort of trust from the orange side here that they know that they can hit these shots individually. They don't need to rely on each other, and they can go aggressively and have one person trying just to demo that thorn in the goal. And Dylan, he does get a little bit aggressed there by Kakarando, trying to chase up onto the wall. He does get there, but it's not going to lead into any sort of aggression. And right there, trying to force the issue, see if he'll be allowed a demo in that situation, but too defensively there for the blue side to allow that to come through. And now back over into the blue. We've seen no goals for the past about 3 minutes. And we still might not see any as Dylan takes it over into the blue. But with 2 defenders, it opens up this blue goal now. And a touch off the left wall. That sets up Donnie Sharko, but he gets Dylan right in his face again. And you can just see the playstyle coming out. The answer that SE Chakra has found seems to be working because no adaptation has been found from Chaotic Potential. They are still goalless and have not yet adapted to that playstyle that is causing them so many issues over in front of the blue box. Dylan finds the ball once again, passes it down over towards AMA. Kakarando trying to back pass it over to Donnie, but a little bit too far aggressed there from Donnie, and the ball going to go straight back over towards the net. Kakarando tries to set up a play, ends up leaving it stolen by AMA, but Donnie's still denying that hat trick lead at the end. 20 seconds. If they can get the first one here, there is definitely an opportunity to transition, but Dylan once again just turtling in the goal and going to deny another shot. And if they don't do something Chaotic Potential in the next game to deny it, you know that the same playstyle is going to rear its head again. So now an uncontested 2 goals give SE Chakra the win. But who will be the one to get themselves up to match point? Chaotic Potential strike hard in Game 1, but get slapped back in Game 2 as Shuriken Esports Chakra able to find some way to equalize up the series. They play defensively, and it ends up punishing this orange side who has been trying to get so aggressive. But will we see another of the similar scoreline? Kakarando trying to set up another goal and does find a potential shot, but just barely off. Dylan out of the net now. Here's their opportunity to try to strike, but AMA going to pressure the issue, and Kakarando cannot get that ball into the net in time. It's back over towards the orange. AMA tries to force it, but it's hit immediately over off of the wall. And now Donnie wants to see if he can get himself back over and perhaps get the first goal. Dylan there trying to demo him on the aggress, but it's not going to work out. And AMA gets it back over to Kakarando. They're now looking to try and play this out, and a miss from Dylan opens it up. It's over off the backboard, but easily cleared away, and now Donnie has to fall back, see if he can get a touch on this that will open up something. Hits it over into mid, sets up Dylan. It's a shot near net that has to be cleared away, and Kakarando's up to the task. But right now, still just pressure over in front of that orange box, and we still have not found a goal yet. Kakarando finds it, and now just tries to sink one in, and he's going to be allowed it. And SE Chakra They break away from that game plan that had won them game 2. They don't keep a man turtled back inside of that goal. And you can see Kakarando just picks up the ball and takes full advantage of it. And it's going to be curious now with them down a goal. Is SC Chakra going to be able to transition back into that play style that had basically won them the entirety of game 2? Or are they going to switch to something more aggressive? Right now, it looks like they're trying to go to what worked, what was tried and tested, but it is important to note that ever since switching to this playstyle in Game 2, they did not score a single goal, and we're sitting back at 2-0. The only goals they had scored were 2 quick kickoffs, but they had not been able to break through the defense with only one main player going for it. And now you're seeing another switch back to the defense. Dylan just trying to handle the entirety of goal alone, but forcing 2v1 situations in every fight. They finally find one breakaway, but immediately it's turned on its head and they can't deny the follow-up shot. Dylan tries to get up and insert himself back into that play just to try and help out AMA, but that's the risk of playing one man up, one man back. If the back player tries to go up to assist you, all of a sudden that entire game plan where you have both control of the offense and the defense, you've suddenly given up one half of the field, and it just makes an easy target for anybody that feels they can boom it across the line. Dylan finds the ball once again, and they might actually be looking to change up who's playing back. It seems like they want to try and transition AMA to being that defensive player while Dylan tries to go up and smack some shots in, and this actually isn't something that they spent a lot of time in Game 2 doing. So it's going to be interesting. Will this lead to more goals? AMA getting just corralled off of this ball. Donnie, it is going to end up denying him from following anything as well, but another attack underway. Donnie trying to set up the ball, gets a pass over to Kakarando, but can't find the inside of the net. They find it past everybody, though, and on the defense, it will just shatter that wall that had kept out chaotic potential for the entirety of Game 2, has allowed in a hat trick to go up to 3-0. 2 minutes 12 left on the clock. We are just over the halftime mark. And now you are going to see Kakarando looking to play this off of the blue corner. It's back over to Donnie Sharko. And now he wants to try and get that touched away, but Kakarando just going to follow this through. He's trying to play patiently, sees Dylan aggressing. He'll aggress then, forces Dylan to hit that shot over towards the orange corner. And Dylan with an angle towards net, can't quite hit it. Tries to set it up into a pass, but AMA a little too far off the ball. And now Donnie Sharko left with it. You could tell, I think Kakarando wanted to go for a pinch play there, try to send it deep into the end, changed his mind, and then you saw it was just the lone man left with the ball. AMA finds it, can't find a shot towards net, and now only 82 seconds and 3 goals still to find out of the blue. AMA hits a boomer, but does not find that box again. And he's trying to set up Dylan right now, and he will. And that will lead to the first of 3. 72 seconds remaining, and we find ourselves a 2-goal deficit for the blue. Trying to see if they will be allowed to get 2 more goals to get themselves back up to an overtime scenario. A kickoff comes through. Kakarando keeps it low. It does roll slightly into the blue, but that will just be a midfield shot and leads to Kakarando trying to play this ball straight back over into the blue. It's over just left, and Donnie follows through, and that goal leads straight back up to 3. Just another fast follow off the kickoff. It is what got those 2 goals so fast for the blue in game number 2, and finally it comes through to favor chaotic potential. Back over to Kakarando, hits that ball clear, nobody back in the goal, and that's an easy 5th. 4 for Kakarando in this game so far, and you could tell a little bit of nerves showing out of SC Chakra. A double commit there on the kickoff. While that can be effective, it needs to be timed just right so that you're stealing it away at the last second, and with both players just so close to that midfield line, it finds its way past and over on to the hood of Donnie Sharko. AMA looking to try and set something up, but Donnie Going to leave it for Kakarando, who just gingerly booms it downfield. And now he's looking to try and just kill it over off the ceiling. He will. Dylan gets a touch on it, booms it over into the orange, but this is going to kill a good 5 seconds. He needs to try and transition it into a shot. Can't quite do it, can't get into the ball in time. And now Donnie just wants to clear it away, and he will. It's over towards that midfield. Dylan tries to get an additional touch, ends up tapping it back over towards the blue box. And now they're forced to play defensively. 4 goals here, still separating the teams. And with only 5 seconds left, we will be seeing game number 3 go the way of Chaotic Potential, putting them up at match point 2-1. Back into the match once again. Chaotic Potential at match point, looking to try and close it out. And SE Chakra, they need to find 2 now to get themselves that first win. And Kakarando gets an early hit on the ball. AMA a little bit slow to it, and Dylan has to try and get this away and not set up Donnie Sharko. But the ball going to float over off the backboard and easily sunken over the line. And Kakarando will eventually strike now off of that initial kickoff play. Well played out of Donnie as well, just to get it over in the blue corner and still manage to land a pass over off that back wall and directly in front of the net for the first one to hammer home. Now Dylan looking to see if he'll be allowed to take this ball away from it, but it won't quite work out. Kakarando just stalls that shot, and now he's allowed to get it past Dylan as well, so a potential shot at goal. AMA goes up to clear. Will be successful, but a touch off the corner leaves Dylan with the ball. It's not on net. Back over into the orange corner. Touching it down towards mid. Now Kakarando wants to try and pressure this out. He wants to see if he can get one more touch to set up a pass, and he will get it, but Dylan forces that 50, and it's not quite landing how they want, but Dylan dead now off of that aggression. He gets found out by Donnie Sharko, but AMA is still there to hold the line. No goal found for Chaotic Potential to get up to a 2-goal lead. They find an opportunity to take a shot, but Donnie can't quite find the connection, and they still only have 1 goal to their name. Still in the lead, mind you, and Kakarando trying to come through and capitalize while he gets his teammate to fake for him, but nothing going to be able to work out. Donnie gets that upfield. Another touch from Kakarando to set up a play towards the net, and now AMA falling back. He wants to see if he'll be allowed to play this away. He takes it high, goes for a follow-up shot, but he's not going to be able to hit it. And now Dylan just trying to set up and see if he'll be allowed to hit a shot over the line. But Donnie stays back in that goal, turtling up, and will hit it away to deny. 3 minutes on the clock still, but still a 1-goal lead for Chaotic Potential to the none of SE Chakra. Over on the left wall, now Donnie takes an initial hit, gets a pogo back towards net, and AMA stops it. Can't quite get it away initially, but takes it slowly back over towards the corner, gets it away. Kakarando gonna pressure, does get an initial touch there, and Dylan does manage to boom one pass, but deep now into the orange. AMA pressures, but Kakarando looking just to play this away. A pass from AMA over just to try and maintain possession leads to Kakarando stealing it away and getting it deep into the blue, but AMA with a nice boom of his own just to hit it straight back across that midfield line. We're just now into the second half, and still we have only seen 1 goal scored. It does seem like SE Chakra feeling more confident in taking these fights. They are definitely trading off more of the opportunities just to keep more of a positional advantage, and it's been doing wonders for them on allowing them to actually try to transition into some shots, and AMA almost able to equalize it right there. But still, even with the improvements that we're seeing, AMA so close yet again. They just can't quite find the way inside that box to get the equalizer. Dylan trying to do what he can just to outball everybody over in front of this net, but it's hit right back away by Donnie Sharko, and once again, we see the blue forced to defense. Kakarando wants to hit it off the... Well, he wants to hit it over towards that net. A 50 forces it high. Slams right back down in front of him, and that's going to leave AMA with a ball, and finally he will be able to slam one in. He has had so many great chances and so many great shots towards net, and it just seems like the crossbar god is not allowing him to get one in. So he finally decides, fine, we'll hit it as far from the crossbar as we can, and it'll sink over the line for their first goal to tie it up. 90 seconds remaining, and it's, oh my goodness, Chakra just aggressively playing into that ball straight off the kickoff. He gets the initial touch. AMA with no boost tries to get back for it and ends up pinching it in with him. Chakra just speeds after that ball like a man possessed, and it will lead into the lead going back their way. And for SE Chakra, that's a little bit heartbreaking. They worked so hard to get that equalizer back, and now Chakra almost able to smack in a 2-goal lead right here near the end. But luckily for SE Shuriken, that will not happen, or SE Chakra, sorry, that will not happen yet. And they'll be able to hold on. AMA trying to hit one in, but denied just in time by these orange side players. Chakra clearing one away. And with 54 seconds to go, they are just more than willing to kill time here out of the orange. As all they need to do is not allow a goal to be scored in the remaining 44 seconds. And Donnie going to go and hit it over off the corner. Can't quite find a shot towards net. And it's going to be Dylan just looking. He sets up a ceiling shot, gets it over towards net, and that's so close to finding its way in, but Chakra lands himself under the ball and rolls it away from the goal to deny him that very nicely played ceiling shot to almost certainly equalize the game, and he's going to deny Donnie's follow-up hit. There's one more opportunity here. AMA gets the initial hit away. Dylan gets it deep over into the orange. This ball's rolling along the backboard of the orange side. AMA comes through to bump one away, and oh my goodness, so close at the end, but no cigar, as Chaotic Potential take a 3-1 lead to close out their third win of the season.